it's your girl Charity Nicole, and also known as the Green Mama. And today's video is really special to me actually because as a mom of a little boy, especially as a single mom of a little boy, I wasn't really sure what I was going to do when it comes to circumcision. I had my cousin and my sister hit me up before the baby was born and asked me if I was going to circumcise him, and I was like, yeah, duh, of course. But then I decided to do a little research, and these are some of the reasons why I actually decided not to circumcise my son. I have my notes, so if I look down for me. So according to the American Academy of Pediatrics, found that male circumcision does outweigh the risk. However, the benefits are not great enough to recommend universal circumcision. So a lot of people talk about, oh, if they get circumcised, they will get, they have less chance of getting penile cancer, less chance of getting UTIs, less chance of getting STDs. And what the the American Academy of Pediatrics is saying, like, yes, those are true. However, it's not that big of a deal to where they're saying everybody needs to circumcise their son. They're not saying it's like this across the board, let's everybody circumcise their son right away. So once I read that, I was like, okay, well, why wouldn't they recommend it if it's such a good thing? And according to, I found this online, doctorsopposingcircumcision.org, the United States is the only country, the only developed country in the world that pushes circumcision for non-religious reasons. So obviously, Jewish culture, circumcision is, you know, very prominent, like it's definitely part of their culture. So, you know, like them excluded, but, you know, Australia, you know, all the European countries, like they do not circumcise their children. Like they don't circumcise their sons at all. Like it's not looked at as important as it is here in the United States. The foreskin is normal and no more prone to disease than any other body part. So again, back to them saying that, like, if, you know, if they're circumcised, they're gonna have a less chance of getting UTIs. First of all, men in general barely get UTIs. So saying, like, if you do this, you're not gonna get something that men barely get anyways, like, it just doesn't make sense. I read somewhere that it would have to be like 100,000 men would have to get circumcised to prevent one UTI, and to me, that's not worth it. Same thing with penile cancer. Penile cancer is not something that's very common anymore. I don't even know if it ever was, but it's not a very common cancer that men have to deal with. So if circumcision is something that we're doing to prevent penile cancer, but men don't really get it anyways, again, then it, you know, that's not really worth it to me. So the statistic about it helping with STDs and HIV, I understand that. However, I think having smart sex in the first place is better. Like, it doesn't matter if you're circumcised or not circumcised, you need to be smart with your sex life, and that's what's going to stop you from, you know, getting STDs and HIV. It doesn't matter if you're circumcised or not at the end of the day. And honestly, like, once I really started doing my research, like, circumcision is a cosmetic surgery that we give to newborns that are only hours old. Like, I don't understand how actually that sounds like it's okay. And if you really think about it, we're doing to our little baby boys what we think is so horrible that other countries do to baby girls. But it's literally the same thing. Like, their culture, their society thinks that it's okay to do to females. Who are we to tell them that it's not okay to do to females when we do it to little boys? It's very hypocritical, but then again, that's the American way, I'm starting to notice. And then my last, you know, reason before that, I was saying, yeah, I'm gonna get them circumcised because, you know, Christians, you know, that's part of the Christian religion too, but in reality, it's not. Circumcision was definitely something in the Old Testament law, hence why the Jewish religion is still very connected to it, because they still hold on to the Old Testament. But as a Christian, we're under the New Testament law now. So I believe it was Paul that was talking about how we need to circumcise our lives now. We don't have to circumcise our men anymore, because being a Christian is about anybody can be a Christian, not just a specific type of person. So once I kind of read that and also looked at the other, like, scientific facts about it, it was a no-brainer for me. Like, I'm not gonna put my son through a cosmetic surgery when he's less than a day old. Even if he was older, like, it's just, like, I watched my little brother's circumcision. He was like a week or two old, and my mom couldn't handle it, so I went in there and I watched it, and it was absolutely horrific. Like, when you see how they do it and what exactly they're doing. Like, honestly, it's just it's not worth it to me. And then they talk about like what about sex, or what about them being made fun of in their you know, in the locker room and all that stuff. Honestly, where is it? Honestly, according to like recent studies, male circumcisions is now under 60% in the United States, and it keeps declining every year. So people are waking up, people are realizing that circumcision is not something that's necessary. So honestly, by the time Sage, he's sleeping over there, honestly, by the time he's, you know, in high school, in the locker room, having to even deal with that, I guarantee he's not going to be the only one that's not circumcised. And honestly, I think that's kind of weird. Guys are naked in the locker room. Like, I never saw my girlfriends like that, so that's really weird. You boys are weird in locker rooms. Yeah, that's pretty much why I decided to not give my son a circumcision. I don't think that it's necessary. It's a cosmetic surgery that they're giving to babies, and the benefits aren't really worth it. You know, just like the American Academy of Pediatrics said, the benefits are not great enough to recommend universal newborn circumcision. And that in itself should give anybody a red flag to do your own research for yourself before your son gets here. Thank you guys so much for stopping by my channel today. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little video. Please remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share. If you guys have any questions or video recommendations, I'd love to hear them. Thank you again, and I'll see you guys next time.